Hello and welcome to Retro Core. Now, long-time viewers of the channel will know that I love Brook products, such as this, and this, and this, and these. Yes, I love Brook items, but I've never used a Brook-made controller. Well, that's about to change with the Brook Vivid wireless controller for Switch, also Android, iOS, and PC. Let's check it out. So yes, this is the Brook Vivid controller. Now, believe it or not, this was meant to come to market in May, but due to part shortages and so on, it's only just finally reached the market. Now, I've had my one since May. Brook actually did send this one over, so a big thank you to them. They're not paying me to make this video, by the way. I just love Brook products, and they know that, and I've featured many things by Brook on the channel before, so they sent me one over to see if I'd like to review it. And I'm actually quite glad that this has been delayed for so long, because it's given me many months to actually try it out, and here it is. So as you can see, it is a pretty decent sized controller, and it looks very similar to an Xbox controller, but it is quite a bit smaller. There you go, there's an Xbox Series X controller there. This thing at the bottom, that's another Brook item which I have. This allows me to use this controller on the Switch and my PlayStation 4. But if we just take this off, you can see they are kind of similar, but the Brook one is a little bit smaller, I'd say. What do you think? See if we can get them both faced onto the camera. Yeah, a little bit smaller maybe. Now, the triggers are kind of interesting. See, these ones, they remind me of a PlayStation 5 controller from what I've seen. I've never actually used a PlayStation 5 controller, with the way they have this little overhanging lip here. But they feel really good. Very nice analog controllers there. And we also got the L1 and R1 here. And they have these extra buttons here, very much like the Elite pads on the Microsoft Series consoles, which are also very easy to get to and feel really good in the hand. On the top of the controller, we have the sync switch, USB-C port there. We have a macro and shoot option here, that's for these things. And various buttons on the front of it. The D-pad is a little bit stiff at first, but the more you use it, the more it wears in. And over time, it starts to become really nice and feel very good for fighting games and shoot 'em ups and things like that. The analog sticks are concaved, so you can get a nice feel there with your thumb. Feels nice in the hand, not too slippery, not too sticky. It just feels good. The plastics, well, they're not as premium as the Xbox controller here. Mind you, this does cost an awful lot of money. They don't feel cheap, just put it that way. It feels good in the hand. This bit here, where it changes colors, there's a little bit of a lip there, but you know, it's nothing that you're gonna catch your fingers on or anything like that. It doesn't bother me at all. Feels quite nice, actually. So yeah, that's the controller. But how is it to use on a Switch, for example? Over here, we've got a Switch and Android. Well, let's hook it up to the Switch first and show it in action. So here we are, we've got the Switch, we've got the controller. Let's connect these things up. Very easy to do. Go to the controller icon here, then we just click up here. We press the sync button on the back of the controller. You can see the lights are now flashing away. And there we go, we're synced up. Simple as that. So here we are taking a look at Splatoon 2 on the Switch, and the first thing you'll notice is that this controller has the gyros built in. Yes, you can use this just as you would with an official controller, and the response is really good. Cannot complain at all. Of course, we can also use it with the analog sticks, as to be expected. There's no difference in feel, I mean, as far as lag is concerned, between this and the official controller. Everything feels really nice. Now what you may be surprised at is my game playing skills, because the Switch is not actually mine. The Switch is my son's machine, and I don't recall how this game plays. I have played it a very, very, very long time ago, but I have no idea how you go about doing anything on it. But that's okay, because we're not here to see my game playing skills, we're here to see the controller in action. And as you can see, it's working extremely well. So the main purpose of this controller is for the Nintendo Switch, but how does it react on Android platforms? Well, let's take a look. So here we are connecting the Vivid controller up to a mobile phone, Android. So first of all, you switch on your Bluetooth on your phone, and as you can see, it's searching for devices. Now to connect it, you press the home key and the B button together, and it should, there we go, it started flashing, and it should find, there we go, it's come up already, gamepad. So we'll just pair that. Yes, we'll pair please, thank you. There we go, we got a bit of a rumble and the lights have stopped flashing. So we now should be able to control the phone using the gamepad. So let's go out of that. Let's get into a game. We will go with Horizon Chase. And let's see if we can use the controller on this. And the analog controls are very nice. They have a nice feel to them, very gradual, so you can do some nice slow movements. Not bad at all. Okay, so something else I want to show you on this controller are the macro options here. Now you can see we've got the switch, macro and shoot. Now when we put it into macro, we can record different button combinations and then call them back by hitting one of these triggers here. So let me show you how that's done. So I'll show you how to use the macro mode. So basically what macro mode does is it records any button combination for up to 30 seconds and assigns them to one of these two keys. So the way to do it is you move into macro and then you hold down the button you want to assign your combination to. So I'm going to assign it to this button here. So I hold down, actually I'll do it to this button. So you hold down this button and you press the what looks like a brightness logo, and you can see the pad is now flashing red. So any combination I do here now is going to be stored in the pad. So I hold down the button again, there you go, and that has now saved it. So basically by pressing this button now, it will repeat the combination I just put into it. Watch this, ready? See, that's basically what I just programmed in. So let me show you that again. Ready, go. Yeah, so I don't know what I programmed in, but it moved it across and then it moved that down. That's what I just programmed. But as I said, you can do a command up to 30 seconds in length and you can save it onto here. So great if you want to do some fireballs or special moves, program it in, and then instead of doing the move on the pad, just hit one of these buttons, whichever one you assign the move to. Great for lazy people. Okay, so the next feature I would like to show you is the turbo option. So we have this little button here, looks like a couple of bullets, very simple to use. Just hold down that and press whatever button you want turbo to be assigned to and it'll do it. So there you go. We should have turbo now assigned to A. So if I move the, let's see, I'll just go into something. If I keep pressing A, yeah, it's just, see, it's just, you know, rapid firing A. You can see the little light flashing on the controller there. So yeah, it's just rapid firing A now. And of course to take it off, you press the button again and there you go, rapid fire is now off. As you can see, it's not switching through the pages. So yeah, You can do rapid fire as well. You can also adjust the rate of the rapid fire, make it faster or slower. That's something else you can also do. As you can see, the home button does work on Android. You can also change the brightness of the LEDs and even the color. So this pad has a lot of different options. And of course you can use your controller for playing all your favorite vertical shooters on your phone. So let's get into a bit of Raiden and see how well we can control it using this pad. Okay, so I've got the auto fire on here, so you can see me moving the controller a little bit easier, so my hands aren't in the way. Actually, I'll use my thumb. But yeah, it is flawless. I really do like this controller. As I say, I've been using it for a couple of months now. Mostly on my PC, if I'm to be honest. But I have had a bit of a go with it on the phone and the Switch. And I've got to say, I do like it. So I'll put a link in the video description down below if you want to get one of these. And if you do, I'm sure you'll be very happy with this controller. Recommended. Like everything from Brook, they make good stuff. Let's drop a bomb. Oh yeah.